Wow. Okay. So, first of all, I know this is not a normal day for Perfect Park Day, but I have an awesome, amazing, hysterical guest with Chrissie Mayr. I'm amazed that you even had time for little old me.
Oh
It's
my
wonderful
god,
seeing you again, by the way.
for you, anything. I was wondering, looking at your intro, I was like, I wonder how many of these little shoulder weasels you've gone through over the years
You can
because you're
see one of them up there in the back there right now.
oh,
That's
yeah. That's
they've
creepy.
yeah, it's creepy. They break kind of once in a while. But I get a good discount.
I'm
Buy
like,
in
so
bulk.
I was gonna ask you where you buy them from, but I don't wanna blow up your spot and,
It's
have
literally in the theme park.
oh,
They sell
oh,
them at Disney. But there is a cast member friend who gets me them at a little bit cheaper cost.
you got a guy.
I
Mhm.
got a guy. I got a few guys actually, and one
So
gal.
during the Christmas season, instead of Elf on a Shelf, do you have, like, Weasel Guy on a shelf? I don't know, I forgot his name.
It's Salacious Crumb. It's a
Okay,
Kawaki and
Crumb on a
monkey lizard.
shelf.
Yeah, it's a Kawaki and monkey lizard. But yeah. So I have gotten one for every member of my family, just
And they're
because I
like,
thought it was a
"Thanks."
well, my nephews love them, so I think
Okay.
I think that's fine. It's just my like 85-year-old uncle is like, what did you just what?
Yeah, it's like he's like trying to take the head off, like, "Is there Metamucil inside this? What am I gonna do?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
It's full of back pills."
He thought it was a Chihuahua. Like, why'd you get me a Chihuahua? Like, would I ship a Chihuahua in a
Oh my
box?
god, did someone freeze dry a chihuahua? Yeah.
I'm assuming if you go to some countries, there might be freeze dried Chihuahuas. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
exactly what for,
Chinatown,
but I'm not judging.
Koreatown. Yeah.
I'm not judging. Um, so I see we have some people popping in the chat. Hey, hello, Pam. What's up? Alexander Lee.
I
How
see
you
the
doing?
chat. I see you in the chat.
We have Artie Hernandez, the Beam Pad. I see some regulars. Zombie Box reviews. How you
Zort,
doing?
of course. Zort. How could I forget Zort?
It's okay, Chrissy. You've only seen me like three times. It's
1,000
fine.
times.
But I actually the first time I saw Chrissy was at a theme park.
Yes, I was with Jay and Ryan, and that was also the first time I met Ryan, and I had only met Jay, like, a few days earlier, I think in Savannah, Georgia. We just happened to be at the same place, same time. He came to one of my comedy shows, and then but that was definitely the first time I met Ryan, and we all met up and went to Orlando. I think I had my first butterbeer with them, and then we hung out and we went to a steakhouse after the park.
That was Black Angus.
Yes.
That's Jay's go-to steakhouse because they have a 14.99 surf and turf that I think he
Ooh.
always ends up getting. It's also like really close. But yeah, that was I think that was like March. Like was it March last year or something like that? Like it was a
Gosh,
long.
yeah.
It was a decent while ago.
I just
That was
remember that
before I
that
was part of
we
G&G.
went that once we went black that we didn't go back.
Oh,
We could not go back.
well, no, I think Ryan has been back to Universal without being kicked out, so it's all good.
Oh. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was decent. That was a decent steakhouse for sure.
Yeah. Oh well, since we're already started to talk food and everything like that. I mean, those of you that have been here know the pillars of Perfect Park Day, and I start with what I like the most, which is food. Don't blame me, I just do.
Sounds good. I'm hungry.
So yeah, it's almost dinner time. I understand that you're East Coast, also. Yeah, I'm getting a little
Yeah,
rumble
and
in my
also
stomach.
I'm trying to be, like, back on keto now, hardcore, so literally just pictures of food just make me drool.
I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But you were bringing up before in the back, talking about Big Fire. Now I'm curious because Jay sings the praises of Big Fire. I'm I'm gonna let you talk first. So what were your thoughts on Big Fire when you went to go eat there?
Jay, yeah, I was going there with Frank and his son. I think it was like last summer, last June, and we're like, all right, Jay's the expert. He knows where to go. He knows all the things. He has reasonably good taste, we think. And we're like, oh, where should we go? Where's a good steakhouse? Where's the best place to go? Like at Universal. And he said, Big Fire, you have to go. Let me tell you, we ate at this place. I lost a lot of respect for Jay after we dined at the Big Fire. The ambiance was nice, but literally the rest of it was hot garbage. The food was not good. Like the steaks that we got, it was overpriced. It wasn't a good cut of meat. It was like sinewy. It was like not necessarily fat, but almost like eating a callus, like, of an ear or something, like, it just was not a good cut of meat. Like, yes, it was nice. I would only go back maybe for cocktails, maybe
They do have nice old fashioned. They do have a nice old fashioned.
for
I'll
a
give it that.
meal of food, hell no. That it was so
No.
expensive. I was like, you ever pay the bill and you're just, like, angry that you have to pay this much money for the experience you had? I was like, "What the
Yeah, I go to theme
fuck,
parks all the time.
Jay?"
I'm always angry at
I was like,
bills.
"Jay, I thought we were friends. What the fuck, man?" It
Can
was
I
so
give you personal
disappointing.
advice? Personal advice.
Okay, yes, please.
Ask Lee about food, not Jay. Like if
Okay,
you want to ask someone to eat, ask Lee. It's gonna be a little bit more pricey, but his
okay,
palate's a little bit more refined.
okay, and I
Not
don't
saying
even need fancy. I don't need white tablecloth. I don't need hand jobs. I just need, a good quality steak, and I'm happy.
yeah, that caught me off guard.
You're
Sorry.
like, "What restaurants are you going to?" "The good ones."
All right, so children don't listen. There's
Don't listen,
actually
children.
a really great steakhouse called Rachel's that is also
Ooh,
a strip club that's in Orlando.
okay. I
That
would like
like
to meet Rachel one day and see what she's got going on.
it's all Disney princess themed. So
Ugh,
it's a
no
little bit
thanks.
it's a little bit this is live, JT.
This is so live right now.
This is really live.
This is so
So
live. You want me to prove it? I'll drop the N bomb and nuke
no,
this
no,
whole
no.
channel.
I just got monetized. I just got monetized. Please.
Alright.
um, so I will say I'm gonna give some advice next time in terms of skip Big Fire. It's pretty. You could have gotten a better meal at Twosomes for like half the cost and had a little bit more fun.
Twosomes,
Also,
is that next to threesomes?
yeah, in the chocolate air, it's not the same chocolate from the threesome,
Okay.
but it's a cool steampunk style chocolate
Okay.
restaurant. Also, you would have been better off with the Hard Rock. So,
Ugh,
I
okay. You live and you
uh,
learn.
yeah, I'm honestly nothing against Universal. Disney has better food on property.
Oh, wow,
The, like
but
you have Shula's
Disney, they're
Steakhouse.
evil. We hate Disney.
Yes,
So
yes.
conflicted.
It is conflicting, but I separate art from artists, so I can separate good steak from Disney.
Okay.
That's a fair thing. I know we are going to start doing more outside of park dining for park hopping to try and let people know. Oh, thank you, Joe. Thank
Oh,
you for
what
giving some treats resort.
I imagine Zort likes to eat dog food or
Actually, he
cat
likes
food.
popcorn. He likes popcorn. I don't know why.
Popcorn, I fucking love sorry to curse. I love popcorn so much, like, I could eat a concerning amount.
Yeah, especially since when you go to the parks, you get a popcorn bucket and they fill it up for $2 all day.
Ugh, but you just want it. It's so good. It just feels so good, like, just handfuls. You could just eat, like, angry handfuls of it.
So
I
I
love
have to
it.
ask, you were at Universal. What are your thoughts on butterbeer?
I actually really like it. The first time I was at Universal, there was not a frozen variety. The most recent time I went back, I think it might have been when we did, like, the Hagrid ride. Uh, I finally tried the frozen. What, you're laughing at me? I waited for, like, 2 or 3 hours for that freaking ride. Not
Yeah, no, there is
the
definitely an issue.
motorbike.
It's a good ride though. It's a very good ride.
It is good. It, like, felt my I felt my undersides tingling. So I tried the frozen and I tried the regular. I think I love a frozen drink. I really do. But I think I just like the regular one better. I think that it slightly edges it out. But the topping, that whatever that marshmallow crack is on the top,
Oh
it's
yeah,
so good.
yeah, yeah. It's butterscotch and I think sweetened condensed milk that they frothed up. And
Why do you think Bulgaria is calling me right now?
yeah, I have to thank Zombie Box Reviews because I have no clue what your super sticker is, so I'm gonna have to look and see what it is.
Can I answer the phone and see what Bulgaria wants?
Sure, you can answer the phone. This is on the fly.
Hello? Bulgaria?
Customer, this is PSE&G, your utility company.
Spam. Why would my utility company be in Bulgaria?
I have no clue.
Okay, that
It's
didn't pan out. I thought that was gonna be funnier.
Zombie Box Reviews is asking if Frost is your shoulder pet.
I need a shoulder pet. Oh my god. All right, mine's gonna be Hunter.
Oh, tingling undersides. Wow. Yeah. Artie
Mhm.
Hernandez picking out the brilliance of Chrissy's timing. Um, so Hunter is an interesting choice.
Mhm.
Um,
He's my pocket pet, limited edition, complete with butt stains and Seneca, Finger Lake tattoos. He did this is Andy Masterson's handiwork. He sent it with a laptop, a book that said natural gas for dummies, a couple little crack pipes. Like
well,
there's a whole
there's
accessory pack that I had put it away somewhere.
so I mean there is an assault on gas right now, so I guess it's yes
It's all his fault. It's all his fault.
that
Like Trump has some documents in his home. The whole world is upside down, but Hunter can drive around, uh, you know, in the Corvette with the documents in it, and it's no big deal. He can do crack off Melania Obama's ass. Everyone's fine. All right, I
I'm
forgot
gonna
this is supposed to be a family channel.
I'm gonna have to age restrict this video. It's okay. It's fine.
Okay,
I this
I
is what happens when you go into the world of the fellowship and all that.
I
So
messed up
no,
already.
no, no, you're
Damn
good.
it, Hunter!
We're
It's
this is
all your
fun.
fault. This is all his
Um,
idea.
so my question is, what cocktails did you get then at? Because there are some interesting cocktails inside of Harry Potter that you can get,
Yeah, I had liked the butterbeer. I wish that it was alcoholic.
but
Um,
you can do that.
you can have
You
them add
no, well,
alcohol to it.
you can get the fire whiskey, and then you can get the butterbeer, and then you just walk a
Oh,
few steps away, and then put the fire whiskey in the butterbeer.
that's a great idea. See, I feel like I missed out on a lot of the nice little snacks the couple times that I've been there. Like I've had the Duff beer from Simpsons Land. I've had the Flaming Moe's. The Flaming Moe is awesome, well executed, but again, no alcohol. So, not everything has to be for kids, people.
And
Think
Universal is the more adult park.
Yes. Who do you think's paying for all this shit? Come on, man. We need more drinks.
Did you go to the Alcatraz bar in over by where Bruce is, where the Jaws shark is?
No. How did I miss
Oh,
this? I think
so
because I was
where the
a
Jaws
child.
shark is he losing his underwear? I hope not. I don't want to know what's underneath there.
No, it's too early for that. He usually turns up around 8 p.m.
I'm surprised Jay didn't like take you guys to that. He always oh whatever. He's Jay. Not gonna say anything. There's a great
I'm not
bar.
going to take any more of his suggestions after the big fire ordeal. It's going to be
I
hard to
I
trust.
will give you better suggestions for food. There are like 7 better
Okay.
restaurants in City Walk alone that you could have went to besides Midfire and saved about
Okay.
40%.
Ugh. Yeah, you said the Hard Rock was much better. Jimmy Buffett's
Um,
Margaritaville looks like okay. It's
it's
just the
okay.
same old
It's
shit.
okay if you're going for like like a drink environment. Like their cocktails are
Okay.
really good, and so is Fat Tuesdays, which is like Jamaican jerk chicken and stuff like that. But they also have really great cocktails.
Ooh.
Um,
See,
so
some of these restaurants, like the idea of them really turn me off. Like the NBC Sports
I don't
Bar
go
and
in
Grill.
there.
It just reminds me of like the insufferable parts of New York City, and oh, Jimmy Buffett's. It feels like I'm in. I don't want anything that feels like I'm in Times Square.
Yeah, I would have suggested and tried to go into Mythos. I don't understand. Like the Mythos is probably one of the best theme park restaurants inside of Islands of
Okay.
Adventures, but it's Greek, so some people are turned off by Greek food. I don't know. It's like people have a
Oh,
feta issue.
Mythos. Yeah, yeah. No, I fucks with the Greek. I like feta.
Okay, so that would have been my choice, and it's also the same price range, actually a little bit cheaper than Big Fire.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, honestly, iDrive has some really great places too. You have Yard House there. You have,
Yard House is
um,
great, no matter where you go. It's a
yeah,
good chain.
there's a great brunch spot I just found out about from a friend of mine at Tasty. It's an Italian brunch spot,
Ooh.
$20 all you can eat brunch and bottomless mimosas.
Sold. Okay, I'm there. That sounds
Um,
amazing.
so there's definitely places really close to Universal within like 5 minutes that you can
Okay.
get amazing food outside of theme park prices. So this is
Why I
just
was just I was thinking about this. Sorry to interrupt. I was thinking about this the other day when I was watching Jay's video about all the bathrooms. He was doing a breakdown of like best and worst bathrooms in Universal. I'm like, why doesn't he have like a video of like best snacks or like I don't maybe he does and they've just
We we
eluded
we
me.
we are Park Hopping's going to have those. Chris, now that Krista's down here, it'll be a little bit.
Okay.
All right, look, you'll
Well,
trust a big guy on.
She would win best snack out the gate. I mean, look at her. But
I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to keep
good
walking. But
boy.
I'm trying to be good. I'm a youngin. I'm like new everywhere. I can't make those.
How old are you? Are you 18?
Mid-30s.
Okay, you're not that young.
Yeah, but compared to everyone else,
you're old enough for innuendo. It's fun.
Yes, innuendos are fun.
Yeah. All right, I'm looking forward to the snack content though.
Oh yeah, yes. I mean, honestly, that's the thing. Universal has a weird thing with because they have honeydukes for the ice cream. You have like honey lavender. You have the butterbeer ice cream in there. You have Lard Glad. Okay, it's a big donut.
Overrated. It's for the calories and the like extravagance of like the YOLO factor does not add up to like the taste and the experience of it. It's like that's your run of the middle strawberry frosted donut. Like that is not worth however much it is, 3,000 calories or whatever it is.
I hate to say this for everyone, but the Lard Lad donut is also the Joffrey's donut at Disney. It's the same company that makes them for both. So just saying, like, you think you're not going to be supporting, it's the same company. I'm going to have to tell Chrissy where the real good snacks are, and I'm going to do that right now. I'm sorry, you're going to have to go to Disney Springs. You have Gideon's, which is amazing. Half-pound chocolate chip cookies.
Half-pound. Whoa.
Yeah, like
that's Gideon's? Where is that?
Gideon's is in Disney Springs, right near Morimoto's Asia, which is a amazing Asian fusion restaurant.
Ooh. Oh my God! I'm just looking at pictures of the milkshakes from the chocolate Toothsome.
Toothsome's is great because you can get breakfast all day. You can get brunch. You get yourself like some Nutella pancakes. They have amazing brunch menu items. I'm a fan of any place that lets you eat any type of food whenever you want.
Is chocolate in everything though? Like you order eggs, you get chocolate eggs. You can't
it's
can't
not
leave without getting diabetes.
I think you go in there and you get diabetes. It's just a prerequisite. But I will say they have a takeout window for the ice cream too and milkshakes. I've been there a few times. It's worth the price. I prefer some of the items to others, but their skirt steak was really good. I've had that a couple of times, and it actually takes more to get a skirt steak right than like a fillet. Fillet is easy enough. It's a thick piece. The thinner meats are harder to get to a nice medium rare. So, and I don't think I'm not attaching anything on Zort, by the way. Zombie Box Reviews. I don't know about that. That would look really weird, like the Gremlins in Gremlins.
Wow, it sounds like Zombie wants to transort. I am not about that. See, the agenda is coming to our front door.
Yes, yes, I could do bar hopping in Universal Studios. That would be
bar hopping, not park hopping. Or you could bring some dogs, and then you could do bar hopping.
There are a couple of bars that let you bring your dogs, not in Universal, but in Orlando. They have some nice craft breweries that will let you bring your canine companions and actually give them a little beer too.
Aw, dogs do like beer. Some of them do.
It depends. So, since your dining experiences in Universal were a little bit lackluster, not my fault. I'm not taking
No, you're 100% Jay's fault.
I'm sorry, Jay. I'm not throwing you under the bus in any way. I have to ask.
This is cathartic for me. I've been wanting to get this out for like a year.
Oh, I'm glad you can have this therapy moment. I have to ask about like, what were your ride experience like? So when you walk in, what would be the first attraction you'd want to do?
Well, it depends, right? Because if you're there with kids, you go about it differently than if you were just adults. Because I remember it was very strategic when we went with Frank's son, and it was very much like, and we didn't do the fast passes at all. It was like we were like,
you didn't do express passes at Universal?
No, we were like, I can't.
You
afford that. But I
on
think we went at like a kind of okay time where we didn't really like we only really waited a very long time for what Minions took a while. What were the longest waits, Frank? Do you remember?
I'm sorry, theme park.
Minions was insane. Which one? And the roller coaster? The Harry Potter. Oh yeah, the dirt magical dirt bike. That one took a long time.
I will say this: Universal's a much easier park to navigate without Express Pass because their off seasons are off seasons. Like they are
Mhm.
just no one. Same with SeaWorld. Disney is harder because their international guest pool right now is too good. Like they just so I would say if you were a week away from any holidays, you're kind of good at Universal. You went in
Okay.
like the summertime. Well, you
Yeah.
didn't go during the
We went years ago, once in May, and then most recently, I think in June.
June is not a good time.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I see you have your butterbeer mug there.
I do. I have it at arm's length.
You could actually
Um,
bring that to refill for a cheaper price, by the way.
oh, but what kind of psycho is gonna pack this in their bag and bring it back to Florida with them?
Most theme park people do that
What
for
kind of
resort
a
cups.
hoarder? What kind of a mental deficient is going to be like, yes, this thing that takes up so much space in my luggage. I guess you could
Well,
put socks in there or something.
I will say the actual so Universal has a $20 refillable cup that is for all of the soda machines. That is worth bringing back because it's good for life. So however long you have it, you can bring it
Is
back.
that this? No, wait, I
I
think.
no, that is like from a zoo. Is that from the Bronx Zoo?
Oh, whoops, these are the wrong cups. Okay. What about I'm just showing you all my cups. This place fucking rocked. I loved Volcano
Oh,
Bay. I don't
yeah.
know if
Do
it
you know
delve into the
they
convo. They had the
do you
best cocktails. They had such good drinks. I
do
wish I
you know
went
they
back
weigh
there.
you on the slides?
I do remember that. Yeah. That
That's
was
like
fun.
the first theme park with public shaming. I love it. Like they
It was
literally like,
great.
oh, you can't do this. Sorry, sir. Go away.
It was my favorite park of all time. It is like I don't know if this was a Volcano Bay like geared live stream, but it's
You're
such an
fine.
immersive, cool experience. Like you truly feel like you're either in like Hawaii or like somewhere tropical. It's gorgeous. Everywhere you look, it's gorgeous. Everywhere you look, it's a good picture. It's green everywhere. There's music pumping everywhere. It was clean. It wasn't crazy crowded. Like, yeah, the lines were long, but they didn't feel long. Like
You
we
use
moved
the
through
tapu
them.
tapu, correct?
Tapu tapu.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the good thing about Volcano Bay is you don't actually wait on the lines. Really, you tap in and go about and do something else, which I think
And then
is
they tap you back.
yeah. Oh, thank you, Zombie Box Reviews, for more Zort
Oh,
treats. Thank you.
Zort.
He gets more treats than I
What about a Zort themed bar called The Last Resort?
I there is a Star Wars theme bar inside of Hollywood Studios. I don't know if um Anna went there when she was there, but they do have Oga's Cantina. It's weird. The drinks are expensive, but the bartenders are pretty cool. And they'll throw in extra shots if you're very nice.
Ooh, I love
Because
when that happens.
I will say this. Pam's in the chat. We were at Epcot together for Festival of the Arts, and they have started doing like heavy pours, like an extra 2 ounces each
Good.
drink, like a double shot or like 4 shots. It was. I'm like, okay, I'm all right, Disney.
What
You're gonna
better
get me
time to
drunk.
get hammered than when you're walking around for hours in the heat? Like that's
Yeah, get dehydrated and get drunk. Yes.
yeah.
Have you drank
There is
around the world?
something
Is that something you
there
want to do?
yes! Oh my god, I can't wait to do it again. It's like one of my favorite, I was gonna say childhood memories, but no, I haven't done it in a couple of years, but I will never forget, like, the margaritas at Mexico have, like, been implanted as one of my favorite and best
The
drinks. I don't know
avocado.
if it was because I was so thirsty or desperate for booze, but they were so good to me.
Did you go into the tequila bar inside?
I think so.
The avocado margarita in there is so good. You
That
wouldn't think it would
sounds
be.
that sounds like a bitch drink. That sounds like
Honestly, no, it's not.
okay.
It's very like it's a creamy margarita, which is a weird thing to say. Like they throw in like two whole avocados, but
Wow.
they put a lot of tequila in there. Like they put
I'm
a
willing to
lot.
try it. Sounds neat. If
I
you say
I
it's
make
good,
them
I
in
trust you.
I yeah, it's good. I think even Lee likes it. So those are my two. He's another. I don't know. I maybe Lee's tastes are more expensive than mine. So,
Okay, cool.
you do not get the express pass with Hagrid's and Velocicoaster, but Velocicoaster normally goes down to a 20-minute wait there, SoCal. Imagine Channel. Hagrid's will probably be on express pass once Epic Universe opens up. Sorry.
Do you guys talk about the like going riding solo thing that sometimes if you do single rider you can like skip through a
I
little faster?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a lot of times single rider is the way to go, especially Hagrid single rider is like every 2 hours they shut it down, but it does work and give you about 15-minute wait.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get lucked out. Like I did a single rider, and they're like, "Oh, you can do the motorcycle part. I don't want to do it." Like you'll get
Yeah.
lucked out with that. But single rider works really well. Universal is just weird because I would have said stay on property for Universal because you do get the express pass built into that hotel stay. But the hotels like Hard Rock's like $1,000 a night, I think.
Oh,
Like
why? Again, are you
because
getting any kind of special treatment for that
uh
money?
I don't know. I mean, I've never stayed on Universal property. I bought into the vacation club at Disney a long time ago, so I get my stays covered that way. So I pay 2 grand a year, and I get to stay about 4 weeks for the year.
That seems
And
pretty decent.
the rooms I stay at would be $1,200 a night easily.
Whoa. Okay, wow. I remember one time I rode like the Hagrid bike ride and there was like a kid that ended up like in my because there was 3 of us, so one of us was gonna be, by themselves. I remember there was a kid that was like, was gonna ride with me, and I could tell he was like foaming at the mouth to sit in the motorcycle seat, and I kind of like, honestly, I didn't care either way, but I was like, I was annoyed by how like extra this kid was. He's like, "Ah, I wanna run," and then I just was like, no.
I,
I was like, keep my
that's
dust.
that's the thing that I've noticed, and I want to ask you this because
I
like
didn't like the cockiness. I didn't like the arrogance.
so this is going off of attractions for a second, but we have Chrissy here, and she's a judge of so much. Have you noticed like attire levels being very odd or inappropriate? Like I've been in Universal and literally seen someone walking around with a mesh top and pasties on.
Yeah, people are disgusting and no one dresses anymore. It's very uncouth. It's very there's a lot of unladylike behavior going on at these parks and it's just gross. People are gross. It's like they don't look in a mirror when they get dressed or they
I mean, I
just
was talking
don't.
about what Ryan was wearing, but okay.
Ah.
Sorry, I had to throw one
It's
in there.
tricky because you gotta dress for comfort. I think people get disoriented, they get a little intimidated, like, "Oh, I'm gonna be at this park all day," and then they dress, like, very ugly, thinking, like, that's gonna help them be more comfortable,
I
but
mean, the athleisure wear thing probably came in at the right time for
yeah, oh,
all
right,
right,
everyone
theme park
loves
casual. I
a
don't want to think about that.
yeah, there's not everyone, belongs in a pair of yoga pants.
Yes, I think yoga pants should have a size category that
They should
works.
vet the people that are buying them. You should have to fill out a profile.
What was the spandex is a privilege, not a right.
Yes, yeah.
But so you did Hagrid's. What was your least favorite attraction that you did, like at Universal?
Oh, least favorite. God, which one was so annoying and stupid? The Fast and the Furious ride, which was basically you walk through and like they blow wind on you and then they blow fire on you and you're like, I waited an hour for that. Okay. Like I don't like any ride where I'm in a room and then I'm in another room and then I'm in another room and it's like by the time you get to do the ride, you're like, I'm kind of over it. Like you're like, when's lunch? I
You're
don't
not
like
gonna
being
like
in
Rise of the Resistance
I
then.
don't like being in too many rooms,
You don't
but
like being
that's
in rooms.
that
This
no, not only to be then led into another room. Like, okay, the Harry Potter thing, they did it right because at least they distracted you by the fact that you were just going in and out of different rooms by like there was, stones and there were like funky like animals to look at and there was a lot of relics and um, fun little old urns tipped over and things, but no, I can't.
so you're not a fan of escape rooms then, or
No,
does that
I
not
hate
count?
escape rooms. I hate escape rooms. They trigger me. I just
I
don't
saw on
see
your
the
Instagram.
point.
Didn't you just do one recently? Or was
No,
I
not recently. I did one like years ago, but I
okay?
think that was on my old Instagram that got nuked.
That's true. We did almost. Yes, we did not have a good time on that
Oh
ride.
no, what happened to you?
Um, they shoved us in like sardines. Like this was like end of the park. So like it was Jay. I think Lee was with us. Pam, couple of, and we were just like all. I was literally out of the ride. Like
Wow,
my body was out of the ride.
disrespect.
Well, that's theme parks. They don't. We're cattle to them. We are.
Yeah, just
But
cattle with wallets.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna ask this. So this is where it's a little bit more fun for the whole perfect day thing. What be one attraction or IP that you would take from a theme park and bring it in to say Universal?
Ooh, what do you mean, like take from Disney and bring to
Yeah, like take
Universal,
an
or
IP that you'd want to bring over and
oh
put it in
man,
Universal Park.
Magic Mike XXL.
There's a
Does that
Magic Mike,
count?
right? And I don't.
But
What
think of
what
they
theme
could
parks are you
be.
going?
I would think a Magic Mike XXL. It's in 3D, and then you feel like just things are coming at you like whoa. You're just like get them
You're not wrong.
away. It's only for ladies though. It's 18 plus, women only.
I
Give
I
something
don't
for
want
the
to know
mom.
what type of restraints are going to keep you in that chair.
You get a glass of wine, and you're just like whoa. It's like 3D things
You,
coming at you. And you get
okay.
sprayed with Channing Tatum sweat. I think that would do well.
They do have scents in a lot of rides, so you could get some Tatum
Yeah,
scents.
just waft some male essence at me.
Wow. There's a lot of male essence going on in a theme park. It's just not ones you want to
True,
smell.
true. That's true. What are
All right.
some
We,
other
we will.
IPs? Hold on, let's think of one. Um, I mean, I would like a Hunter Biden the ride, where you're in a Corvette and you're driving around, you're like, and you stop and like you're like, you have to meet your crack dealer, and then you keep going, you're like, and then you're like, oh no, I forgot my laptop, and then it spins around and it like drops down, and it's like your drugs have kicked in, and then you go, it's basically like Hagrid's motorbike, but with crack rocks and uh prostitutes.
I think that would be almost like Rock and Roller Coaster. Replace
Yes,
Aerosmith with Hunter Biden, and then you have
right.
that ride.
They could redo the Tower of Terror and just make it like the Biden Tower of Terror. And
Oh God.
it's like, oh no, you just feel like someone's about to sniff you, and then it just like
Do we
drops.
get ice cream at the end?
You do. Pralines and cream only though. Just the worst old people flavors.
Pralines and cream. What is that's a flavor?
I don't know. Pralines and dick.
Do you
So
think
just
what
whatever. Yeah, it's pralines and cream is a flavor. I think
better
I think maybe what was Biden's favorite flavor? It was either vanilla or like oh, I think it was actually mint chocolate chip was his
all
favorite
right.
flavor. Yeah.
What this is gone
These are
so
not
interesting.
IPs. Nothing I've
No,
mentioned has
no.
been an IP.
No, it's okay, but it's very interesting. Burt Parmesan scent. Oh God.
We need to
Westy Burt.
modernize these rides for a non-nerd audience.
So we just have to put more like pronouns on the rides? Is that what we have to do?
Yes, the pronoun ride. You start out as a normal person and then you get spun around so many times. They dunk you upside down into a tank and you almost like drown to death. And then you come up and it's like they hold your eyes open. It's like, you will be a they them. And you're like, no. And then you can hear a doctor saying to your parents, better to transition than have them take their own life. And then you're like, no. And then you can hear your parents' disapproval. And you're like, help. And then you end the ride.
As a Disney
And you
cast member.
and you have no genitals. You have to pick them up where you get the photos at the end. Oh my God, a BLM. Yes, we need modern rides for a modern audience.
All right, so modern rides for a modern audience.
Yeah,
This is
you start
I'm
the ride white, you end the ride a black handicapped lesbian, which
can
means
it
you're
get
better.
Christy a job at Universal. I agree.
I'm
Chrissy
available.
needs to be an Imagineer. I'm gonna ask this: what would be the one ride you wouldn't want to get stuck on?
Mm. Ooh, okay. What was that? I didn't go on it, but it looked big. Was it the Hulk roller coaster?
The Hulk roller coaster? You
You
wouldn't
know
want to
what
get
is
stuck.
actually? I think that like a big scary. Oh God, what's the one that like goes all the way up and then basically comes right back down?
Doctor Doom, I think, is the one in
Oh, that's so
Universal.
scary. You know what actually was my like one of my favorite rides? I think it was Dr. Seuss. And there's like you probably know about this hot tip. Um you're basically in a raft and they make you put all the shit in the middle and then it's like your shoes too, your bag, it's all
Yeah,
covered by this like plastic thing. And it's just fun and you're getting wet and like, oh my God, it was so funny. The last time we did it, there was like this thug guy, like this cholo, and he was there with his family and he almost got into like a fight because they wouldn't let him go on the ride like with his Jordans, like with his brand new sneakers or whatever. And they're like, no, like he's like, I have to wear them. They're like, no, you can't, dude. And like I guess he wouldn't take them off. So he just got off the ride. I was like, wow, imagine your sneakers are that important to you that like you can't enjoy your day with your family. Either that or there were drugs inside.
yeah. I mean, it's
But
Universal. It could be.
the best part of that ride is when you're done, you get out and you go into the little like Dr. Seuss. Obviously, it's for kids, but like fuck them. You go up and then you have little squirter guns that you can squirt the people on the ride, and it's the best. Like that was my favorite thing to do also at the Volcano
That's
Bay. Anytime you can get in just post up someplace and squirt people. Like I would stand there for like a half hour if I could, just with a drink, just fucking squirting people. It's the most fun.
so chat. Chrissy wants you to know that she's a squirter. That's
I am a
basically what we're getting.
squirter only at theme parks.
Okay. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
Frank.
He's sorry too.
You got stuck on. Hey, Orange Grove 55. Thank you for the $5. You got stuck on your back on Forbidden Journey once. I was claustrophobic. That was a
What?
moment for sure. Laugh out loud. Hey, at least your back was cracked. I'm sorry about being
That
stuck
sounds
though.
scary.
But yeah, and I'm gonna correct. I don't mean to correct. I don't mean to mansplain, but that was Bluto's Bill
Mansplain.
Rat Barge that you were talking about, not Dr. Seuss.
Wait, what was it?
It was Bluto's Build Rat Barge from Popeye. It wasn't Dr. Seuss.
Popeye! You're right, because there was a Popeye ship after. Okay, okay. What
Didn't
was
mean to.
annoying about but no, I'm glad you did because I was like, I didn't even really remember it. It was annoying because in the Popeye like ship where you're supposed to like, put your kids and then like wander off for like an hour. A lot of the little kid rides and little kid aspects were like closed down, and that I found that to be really annoying. Like it was unnecessarily kind of shut down in there. It's like I was like, what is it to you to just fix this gun or fix this little slide or like so many of the little things were closed off that I don't
See,
know, that annoyed
maintenance
me.
issues everywhere. That's some.
Yeah, I hate that.
So I have to ask, since you had your butterbeer cup, was there any other like memorable merch that you did pick up
Yes.
on your trips?
Okay, this and it's actually an arm's length away because I keep it on my set here, but that is, the Bort Quickie Mart name tag. This is family heirloom level importance to me because of, like, The Simpsons and the episode behind this, and it's just, like, so fucking funny to me that, like, the more Bort merch I can get my hands on, I think the better it's gonna be.
I might have to get one of those and modify it to say Zort and put it on his little.
You know, Ryan Kinnell shamed me so much for getting this because I saw it, I
Why?
screamed, and I was like, "Ah, I've never seen this," and I was like, I'd been looking for, like, something board oriented, and he's like, "It's so stupid, like, nobody knows that. Nobody knows that episode. Nobody knows what board is," and I was like, "Ugh," well, I was like, "I'm not trying to appeal to those people."
Well, come Ryan. Let's be honest. Ryan's a bit of a
He
grouch.
he board shamed me. I'll never forget it.
It's okay. Ryan, I'm sure, has a special soft spot for Bort somewhere behind where
Yeah,
Bort goes in.
he's soft somewhere.
Oh, this is.
I will not be
I'm
board
gonna be.
shamed.
I think Chrissy's gonna break me by the end of the show. I think so.
That's my goal. Yeah, but definitely
What was the?
definitely the sport, thing. I also got this from my brother, and I've been hanging on this for like the better part of like a year. I just haven't given it to him yet because we all loved The Simpsons growing up, and I just have this has just been sitting on my thing for like a long time.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that does that. I have like 7 gifts for family
Yeah.
members that are just like, oh, I was
What
here.
am I gonna put that in an envelope like an idiot? Like I don't know.
Waste that 45 cents? No. At some
Yeah.
point they'll come and visit. Um, I would say, what is one thing you saw while there that you wish you got? Like like a
Ooh.
wand or a Harry Potter robe,
The
or
wands I
I
think
don't
are
know.
so overrated and so expensive, and I saw a lot of people, like, with them malfunctioning, and it's just like it just feels like a douchey rich kid object that they, like, scream until their parents buy for them.
Um,
I wish I had bought why, do you have, like, 45 of them?
no,
I wish
I
I
only
had
I have one. I have one wand that I got because I filmed it, and it was like I wrote it off as
well, it's for
contents.
your job, that's different. I wish I had gotten the chocolate frog. Um, I do now that I have taken the Harry Potter test and I am determined, I have been deemed a Hufflepuff. I wish I had maybe gotten some Hufflepuff like merch. Um, what else did I really want to get? Actually I bought something that I regret because uh Jay had a thing one visor on, and I was like, oh my god, I have to get a thing two thing. So now I just have a random thing two visor
So
that
you
I
have to get
really
a thing
can't
one for Frank.
that I can't really wear. He would never. He'd sooner die than wear a thing one visor.
Wow, I'm
He
sorry.
would never. He would never. He would not wear probably anything from the theme park unless it was like a gray or blue, like faded, like vintage looking tee. Otherwise, he would not be caught
So
dead.
so if there was a Bort T-shirt and it was Bort 1 and Bort 2, he wouldn't wear the Bort 2?
No, I'd have to wear them both.
Oh,
Yeah,
where's the
I'm used
fun
to I'm
there?
yeah, everyone's board shaming me.
There's no Bort shaming going on in this chat right now. So
Okay,
you're
good.
fine. You're in a safe
If
space.
if I get board shamed in the chat, instant ban.
Okay. If I knew how to do that. I am the worst at YouTube, trust me.
It's okay.
But Hufflepuffs are easy. How do you mean that the bean pad? I'm just curious. I don't know too many about Hufflepuffs, so
How did I get it? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's because I, like, avoid conflict and, I'm a people pleaser. I think that's how I got Hufflepuff.
oh, okay. So people pleasers are Hufflepuffs. I guess that Lady Cop was one too.
Yes. She was Hufflepuffing a lot of people.
All right, so I'm gonna have to ask you this since we're getting up to what would be theme park characters and all that. Could
Ooh.
you survive a day as Ariel at Disney?
Yes, I think that would be great. I would love to be a character for a day. Except I would, like, probably break a lot of rules and just be, like, messing with people and, like, hitting on dads and stuff.
But that's what they do anyway.
But dads who, like, look like they need it, which is mostly any dad that's there. Yeah, I would love to. I would like to be the Ariel. I would be like, "Look, I'd be like, I can actually swim." Yeah. I'd be like, "Give it up for OG Ariel."
How
I'd
would
be
you
like,
feel
"I have
about
no
bringing off the shell
soul."
bikini though? Like,
I'd be down. I'd be down.
you'd
Yeah.
be down for the
I've
shell
done it.
bikini?
I've done mermaid parades in Brooklyn. Like I've worn some things. I've worn some
Mermaid parades?
costumes.
That's a thing in Brooklyn?
Yeah, every year at the start of the summer they have the mermaid parade in Coney Island, and there's costumes, there's gays. It's like a fun. It's basically like the Halloween parade in New York, but it's like for summertime. It's like the start of the summer. It's when they have where they used to have like the bearded lady and all that.
I don't know what this means. Next generation Lucille Ball?
I'll take
Um,
it.
I'm assuming he means you. So I
Or
will
you.
I Lucille Ball had a lot of stuff behind
Maybe
her.
he's
I'll
just
say,
saying that you have loose balls.
I don't know how he'd know that. Any mermaid pics. Bean pad, behave.
I somewhere in the depths of my Facebook, yeah, there are some.
You can't Facebook. Man, that's a territory I don't go
It's
no
an
more.
old it's a relic, yeah, it's like an archaeological dig. Actually, you really do, especially with that hat. A lot of the guys in the Mermaid Parade like wear hats like that, and they rock facial hair. They're what you call quirky.
Quirky? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm quirky. I'll go with that.
Mhm.
Um, so is there any characters that you did actually get pictures with while at Universal?
Ooh.
Did you go get a picture with Spider-Man, or Did you find the real
Um,
Velma?
no, there was no woke Velma. Who did I get a picture with? I think there were a lot of characters I wanted to get a picture with, but I saw the line and I'd be like, fuck that. Let's go find water. I think I would love to take a picture with Bort. Um like obviously Gaston for bragging rights. God, who else would be cool? We ended up getting into like a verbal altercation with one of the guys at the Volcano Bay. He was like in charge of one of the rides. I don't know what happened, but me and Frank were like cursing this guy out. And then we were like, "What's on your name?" We're like looking at his name tag. We're like, "We're gonna write a firm letter about Ivan."
I've
Can't believe I still remember it. It's like memory hold.
that
He's just being a
happens.
dick.
A bad team member, a cast member experience. You end up remembering those names.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna ask a little bit, since we're in like a free form setting of this everything. Who would be the person out of like G&G you'd least want to go to a theme park with?
Oh wow, Jeremy.
Jeremy?
He seems the least go with the flow. He seems like the most like he'd have to be regimented, strict schedule. But maybe he would be fun to drink with. Like
Wait, he
you
didn't
want someone
drink.
he doesn't drink?
No.
Okay, maybe there you go. Yeah. You wanna go with somebody who's patient, who's knowledgeable, but who is very interested in drinking, like, constantly, "Let's stop and get a drink," like, that's why we're there, getting fun snacks, like, someone who's like, "Yes, let's do it, why not?" You need a yes person, but also, like, patience because, like, I tend to meander and, like, I'll go into stores and you don't need somebody who's, like, standing outside the store like this, like, "Come on, you suck, let's go."
So no, you don't want some like tour guide taking you down
Yeah.
around.
But the
You
fact
want
that he doesn't drink alone, I would not go with Jeremy.
funny story. The moment Jeremy asked me to be, he invited me to Magic Kingdom to ask me to be part of Geeks and Gamers. It was a weird
Wow.
thing.
It's like a
He's
propo
like,
did he get down on one knee and everything?
no, he's like, we're walking and he's like, we're going to Haunted Mansion. He's like, so, you want to be part of the team? Like,
And you're like,
that was,
"Oh my god." Then we
I was like,
kissed.
I'm like, no. There was, a bunch of people there, and it's not the right vibe. At least
He
at
just
that point in time in Disney.
he just grabbed your butt a little. Yeah. That's
No,
exciting.
just Jay though. That's a little annoying.
But yeah, I think, Jay was fun to go with. Like, Ryan too, but, yeah, again, like, I think, yeah, Gary might be
Well,
fun too, but again, Gary doesn't
Gary
drink
Gary
either.
was Gary was so during the October meetup, I was doing all the rides with Gary Quarterblack and Jeremy and all them, and like we did Velocicoaster, and just seeing Gary's face, like on that ride, like he looked like he became 30 again. Like it was,
Aw, only 30?
hey, 20 years is 20 years. That's a good number off.
Yeah.
But
No, it's great. It's great to see people, like, basking in their youth and
that's,
joy.
oh, you're youthful. You're only 29.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Should I go lower? 27?
Go as low as you're comfortable going.
24.
Okay, thanks.
That's as low as my mind can go.
Hey, no, it's okay. I don't need all that.
I don't know. Actually, you did pretty much describe Tugs and X-Ray Girl in terms of going to a park with.
Ooh,
Because
okay.
Tugs is a former
Perfect.
cast member, so she does know the parks well. She is a wine
Oh,
drinker.
really? How did I not know she was a former cast member?
Yeah, she did college program.
That makes sense.
her college program was a little bit, I think, before mine. Um, but yeah, we were both college programs. I did the VIP tours. I think she was retail.
Okay.
So she was getting yelled at by people for things being too expensive. I felt bad for her.
Oh.
But yeah, I think now here's the last thing. Out of curiosity, what would be the one thing that you'd be afraid you'd like have a fan see you do in a theme park? Like if you were in a theme, like what'd be the one thing like you wouldn't want to have someone to come up and see like, oh my god, someone saw me with Mickey ears or something like that. Something
You
out of
know,
character.
I think again, like, yeah, if we were out and if I was with like Frank and his son, I think I wouldn't want to be like ambushed in that way just because it's like I want to sort of like
Have a regular
keep
moment.
that like I don't know, I would never want yeah, have a regular moment but not feel like this kid is being ambushed by fucking crazy people. Like I want that to be like in slow drips. But I don't know. At the same time, he knows what I do. What would I not want to be caught doing? I guess like if I as much as I talk about drinking, I would not want to be caught like super drunk. Like I wouldn't want people to see me like throwing up or like passed out like not just white girl wasted, but like you're on the floor and someone's got to like take care of you.
So, out of curiosity, as you get more fame, how do you feel like you would be doing travel? Like, I would say at this point right now, like even my little bit, if I go to a theme park, I'm recognized no matter what. Like it's just I'm there
Oh,
enough
because you're
time.
the theme park guy.
Yeah, so like I have to vacation other places. Like I have to go to the mountains or something. Like I have to go like where no one
You have to
is.
go to a nude beach. You have to go,
There's
yeah.
one 5 minutes away from where I
It'd be
live.
so funny.
It's
You're like, I'm trying not to be recognized. I'm at this nude beach, and then but you still have the Zort there, and so people are like, it's obviously you.
yeah, the nude beach here is full of 80-year-olds. It's not cool. No, no.
No, it never is. Yeah, it's never with who
It's
you
never
want on there.
yeah, no. Maybe in Spain, like maybe those areas, they might actually have like the ones that you think of in your fantasies chat. But I was gonna say, Neil Marshall actually has a core personality of a nurse. Her profession, Mark is a good guy. Yeah, Zort's always in the nude, but I keep his
True.
stuff tucked away very nice, so you don't have to worry about seeing it.
Yeah, it actually goes way down the back of your shoulder. He's hung.
How do you
Like a
think how do you
moose.
think it stays on me? That thing's in
Yeah,
my pocket. That's how he stays down.
that's how he balances.
Wait, she doesn't explain why she repeatedly turned down Cecil's offer to drink. That makes sense. I can't imagine. Did Cecil really go around the theme park the entire day with the mask on?
I think
When he,
so.
that's gotta be hot.
Yeah,
Like, I just
he's
don't know.
committed.
It's committed. All right. Well, I don't want to take too much of your valuable time. I was so thank you for coming on.
Did we do all the questions? Hold on. Do we do the favorite snacks? I like the popcorn.
You did the popcorn. You did the butter beer. You were upset there weren't more
Did
snacks you could do. We
Fort.
have to correct those mistakes, and I will I will wholeheartedly help correct those mistakes next time you're
First
down.
character you would hug at the park. Oh, I think that's yeah. Yeah,
Wouldn't you
maybe a Simpson or maybe a Gaston, but or really anybody who looked friendly, who was if there's someone coming towards me like open arms, like I'm gonna hug them.
chat? You understand now that that's all you have to do is go.
Especially if it's like a Channing Tatum when they add
Channing.
the Magic Mike IP to the
So
parks.
I will say the princes. I'm gonna burst some bubbles here. The princes most of the time at Disney are all batting for the
Okay.
home team.
Oh, okay.
They are
I'm not surprised to hear
and
that.
and a friend of mine who does the Ray. She's one of the Rays in Galaxy's Edge. Said that a lot of them you'll wish they weren't batting for the home team. I'll just say that. So the Gaston is definitely as thick as Gaston.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that was a requirement.
I don't know, but apparently.
Wow. More like mascots.
Uh,
Gross. Sorry. I didn't need to go
it's,
there.
it's okay. I'd let you go. I brought that up. It's my
Hopefully
fault.
you put all your children to bed, everybody.
Yeah, this is late enough, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to ride Mr. Tatum. That's a
Only
different.
the most qualified ladies.
Do you get to judge the qualifications there, Christy? Is that gonna be your job at Universal?
It's solo rider only, and it's all no fast pass. They want it to be take a long time.
It
Uh,
you got to pick the right DJ song, right? You need that nice good
yeah,
5 minute or
yeah.
so song.
Genuine Pony. Brr, brr, no, no, jump on
So
it, jump on it.
that was I was a strip club DJ during college. That was one of my
Really?
yeah
Wow, I wouldn't have guessed that.
yeah during I did a lot of music stuff for college, like audio engineering, and so that was my college job because it paid better than working for the school.
Yeah.
And you do not want to be a strip club DJ in Philadelphia. No,
Why not?
I got shot at like 7 times.
Shot at? Like their
Yeah,
general direction?
like the DJ booth was behind bulletproof glass because the boyfriends would come and there'd be some altercation. This has nothing to do with theme parks, but
But
that
then
that
that could go with the BLM theme park. There could be a DJ behind bulletproof glass and,
um
half price Henny drinks.
I hate Hennessy, man.
Did
All
they
right, I'm
make
not
you
gonna.
drink it? Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was the token of my school,
Yeah,
so that was a weird, interesting thing. But
it happens. But now
yes,
you have special skills.
no, we're not gonna zombie box. You are sorry, zombie box reviews. I don't mean not to say full names, but yeah. So finally, when do you think the next time you'll visit a theme park is?
Ooh, hopefully this year. I always like to go to Florida at least once a year for comedy touring. Um, I know I'll definitely be in Dallas in May and Houston in August for Anime Matsuri, but I nothing is planned right now for Florida
Well,
yet.
you have
But I
San
hope
Diego, right? You have
yes,
the in February.
yeah,
The
yeah, end of the month, 24th and 25th.
You think you're gonna try and do Nintendo World or anything like that?
Yeah, that might be cool. Is that close by?
San Diego to LA? I have no clue. I've never been on that side of the country.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, maybe.
sorry. I'm completely lost there. Any California people want to say how far apart that is? I'm gonna guess about five
Nobody wants
hours.
to admit that they still live in California. It's gonna be crickets.
It's gonna be crickets. I'm sure someone has some.
Mhm.
I think I have no clue when. I know Geeks and Gamers want us to park hopping to go there. I have no clue what the dates are yet.
Okay.
Um, I have no clue, but it should be fun. I know a lot of
Yeah.
people are tearing into it a little bit because it looks a little shoddy. And the better one will be Epic Universe that opens up in Orlando. So I would say personal. If you're planning a trip and you have to save, I would save and go to the Universal Orlando. If you're a regular person and stuff like that, and you're not traveling normally, I would say for that one it'll be a better deal. Just a
Okay.
better experience overall. It'll have all of the attractions, not just one. It'll also have the How to Train Your Dragon, and you'll also be where Hagrid's and everything is. So
Ooh.
I would say wait for that. Disneyland though is a different animal, and again, I know people are anti-Disney and stuff like that, but I still think it's a place you should go once. It is a piece of Americana. That's the way I
Mhm.
see at least some of the stuff with Disney is that it's not just a
It's
thing;
like
it's a
the
part of our
Grand
history.
Canyon. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I have a vested interest. My grandfather was actually part of the team that built Magic Kingdom. So
Wow.
so my family that I have more Disney stock than I want to admit. Um, and so that's why I'm kind of a little honest about that stuff. That's why I also say that I'm not. I know there's people in the company that are against their political beliefs. I know them personally. They're not all. It's just the top
Yeah, there's a
people are.
lot of people who just have to suck it up because they wanna keep their job.
Yeah, it's kind of the way it is. So Chrissy's going to be doing stand up in Dallas, Houston, San Diego, all over the country. What's next
Yeah.
for Simcast or anything like that?
Ooh, yeah, Simcast is this Sunday. I think Anthony Cumia will be the special guest. Let me look at the schedule. Sunday. Yeah, Mandy Summers,
Oh, Mandy.
Forest Mommy, Tree of Life. Oh, and Vic Mignogna will be on this
Oh,
Sunday. And then I think the following one has Anthony Cumia on.
okay,
But yeah,
okay.
tune in. And of
Yeah,
course, yeah,
Chrissy's
Friday Night
socials
Tights
are
tomorrow.
in the description, so everyone can check out her. things, and I will link in the next. I don't know if you have your Simcast up yet, so I'll just say her descriptions are in the her socials are in the descriptions, and again, watch Friday Night Tights. As for that, I'm exhausted. I spent 5 days in the theme parks, which I normally only
Oh
do 2 days a week, so 5 days in a row is annoying. And I want to thank Chrissy. I want to thank Frank. I hope you guys had fun. I hope this was not too much of an
This
inconvenience.
was
I don't like to.
awesome. This was a blast. Anytime.
All right, thank you very much. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And Chrissy, enjoy your weekend. It's
Thanks,
almost
Tom.
weekend.
You too. Yeah, oh, it's
All
the
right,
weekend.
it's close
Bye,
enough to the weekend.
guys.
Bye, everyone.